The Imam walked into the masjid at 4:30 a.m. to prepare for Fajr. The masjid was dark, silent, empty, or so he thought. As he turned on the lights, he saw something that made his heart stop. A man, face down, in sujood.
إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون.
Front row. Brother? Are you okay? No response. The Imam walked closer. Brother? Still nothing. He touched his shoulder. The body was cold, stiff. The Imam stumbled backward. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. The man was dead, but he was still in the position of sujood, forehead on the ground, hands flat. The Imam immediately called the ambulance and the other masjid officials. When they arrived, everyone was shocked. He died in sujood? Who is he? No one recognized him. They checked his pockets, found a wallet, an ID. His name was Raheem, age 47. Address was local, but no one at the masjid had ever seen him before. The police came. They asked questions. When was the last time someone was in the masjid? Last night. Isha prayer ended at 8 p.m. We locked up around 8:30. So he was here all night? Alone? It seems that way. Was he a regular? The Imam shook his head. I've never seen him before, and I've been the Imam here for 15 years. They examined the body. The coroner determined he died around 2 a.m., which meant he had been in sujood for over 2 hours after death. His body locked in that position, the coroner explained. Rigor mortis set in while he was prostrating. They tried to straighten his body for transport, but his body wouldn't move. He was stuck in sujood. We'll have to take him like this, the paramedics said. The sight of a man being carried out on a stretcher, still in the position of prayer, brought tears to everyone's eyes. The Imam decided to find out who this man was. He went to the address on the ID, a small apartment in a rough neighborhood. He knocked. A woman answered. She looked tired, worn out. Assalamu alaikum. I'm the Imam from the Central Masjid. I'm looking for information about Raheem. Her face went pale. Raheem? My husband? What happened? The Imam's heart sunk. I'm very sorry to tell you this, sister. Your husband passed away last night. We found him at the masjid. She collapsed. The Imam caught her. Neighbors came running. They helped her inside. After she calmed down enough to speak, she told the Imam something shocking. My husband, he never prayed. Not once in our entire marriage. The Imam was confused. What? We've been married for 22 years, and all that time, I never saw him pray. I begged him, I cried, I threatened to leave. Nothing worked. But we found him in the masjid. He died in sujood. She started crying harder. That's impossible. He didn't even know how to pray. Sister, I saw him myself. He was in perfect sujood position. She was shaking. What was he doing there? I don't know, but we need to find out. They went through Raheem's things, his phone, his computer, looking for clues. In his phone, they found something. A voice memo, recorded at 1:47 a.m., the night he died. The Imam pressed play. Raheem's voice came through, shaky, emotional. My name is Raheem. If anyone finds this, I want you to know what happened tonight. I'm at the masjid. It's almost 2 a.m. This is the first time I've been inside a masjid in 25 years. I don't know why I came. I was driving home from the bar. I was drunk. Again. And I saw this masjid. The lights were off, the door was open, and something pulled me inside. I don't believe in God. I haven't believed in years. But tonight, I felt something. Like someone was calling me. I walked in. The masjid was empty, dark, silent, and I felt peace. For the first time in my life, I felt peace. I sat down in the front row, and I remembered something my mother taught me when I was a child, before she died. She taught me how to pray. I was 7 years old. She made me repeat the words, Allahu Akbar, Subhana Rabbil Azim, Sami'allahu liman hamidah. I forgot everything else about my childhood, but I remembered that. So I tried. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I put my head on the ground and I cried. I cried like I've never cried before, and I said, Allah, if you exist, if you're really there, please forgive me. I wasted my whole life. I drank, I lied, I hurt people, I hurt my wife, I hurt myself. I became a man my mother would be ashamed of. But I'm here now. I don't know how to pray properly. I don't know the right words, but I'm here. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. If you can hear me, please accept this. This is all I have left to give. I don't know what happens next, but I put my head down for you. Finally, after 25 years, I put my head down for you. The recording ended. The Imam was crying. Raheem's wife was sobbing. He came back, she whispered. In his last hour, he came back to Allah. The Imam couldn't speak, he just nodded. They buried Raheem the next day. At his janazah, over 300 people came. People who knew him, neighbors, co-workers, but also people who heard his story. The man who died in Sujood.
During the burial, something beautiful happened. As they lowered his body into the grave, they realized something. His body was still stiff, still in sujood position. They couldn't lay him flat. The Imam made a decision. Bury him as he is. Let him meet Allah in the position he died in. So they buried him in sujood position, face toward Mecca, forehead toward the earth. One old man at the gravesite said, I prayed 5 times a day for 60 years, but I don't know if my death will be this beautiful. Another man said, he didn't pray for 25 years, but his last prayer was enough. After the burial, Raheem's wife asked the Imam something. Do you think Allah forgave him after everything he did? He smiled through tears. Sister, Allah accepted him before he even put his head down. The fact that he was pulled to the masjid at 2 a.m., drunk and lost, that was Allah calling him. The fact that he remembered the words his mother taught him 40 years ago, that was Allah reminding him. The fact that he died in sujood, that was Allah honoring him. Yes, I believe Allah forgave him. She cried tears of relief. 1 week after the burial, the Imam got a visit from a young man. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Javid. I heard about Raheem, the man who died in sujood. Yes? Did you know him? No, but his story changed my life. How? I stopped praying 5 years ago. I became like him, lost, empty. But when I heard that a man who didn't pray for 25 years came back in his last moments and Allah accepted him, it gave me hope. If Allah accepted him, maybe He'll accept me too. The Imam smiled. Brother, Allah is waiting for you. He never stopped waiting. Javid started crying. Can you teach me how to pray? I forgot everything. Of course. Right there in the masjid office, the Imam taught Javid how to pray. When Javid went into sujood for the first time in 5 years, he broke down completely. Ya Allah, I'm back. Please don't reject me. The Imam watched this and realized something. Raheem's death wasn't just his own salvation. It became a means of guidance for others. Over the next few months, 7 more young men came to the masjid. All of them had stopped praying. All of them heard Raheem's story. If he can come back, so can I. The Imam started a program called the Sujood Project, helping Muslims who left prayer come back. It's never too late. Even if you have 1 breath left, make that 1 breath count. 1 year after Raheem's death, the Imam visited his grave. Someone had placed flowers there and a small note. The Imam read it. Thank you, Raheem. Your last sujood saved my life. I came back to Allah because you showed me it's never too late. May Allah grant you Jannah. From a brother who almost gave up. The Imam knelt by the grave. Raheem, you didn't pray for 25 years, but your last prayer is still echoing, still bringing people back. Subhanallah, Allah used your end as someone else's beginning. 5 years later, the Imam was diagnosed with terminal cancer. On his deathbed, his family asked him, "What do you want people to remember about you?" The Imam smiled weakly. Tell them about Raheem, the man who died in sujood. Tell them it's never too late. As long as you have breath, you can come back. And when you come back, Allah doesn't ask where you've been. He just welcomes you home. The Imam passed away that night, in sujood, just like Raheem. And at his janazah, they told both stories. 2 men, both died in sujood, both taught the same lesson. Allah's door is always open, even at 2 a.m., even after 25 years, even in your last breath.
If this story shook you, drop an Allahu Akbar right now and make 1 sujood. Don't wait. You don't know when your last chance will be. Subscribe for more stories that bring the dead back to life.